Tom, I don't know if you remember how you felt exactly after the game. It seemed like you weren't under the pressure of what just happened and took place. You almost had, in my view, like a Zen kind of moment when you were thinking about how to get to the next part. I don't know if you can remember that, but just how are you dealing with, the back-to-back situation going on the road to a big game?
I spent all night yesterday or day before kind of coming up with what we've done this year and where we're at. What players do is players, they read so much that I don't and hear so much. I think we had won 5 out of 7. Is that right? Going in that? Who would know that? You would. Is that we won? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Okay, and then we lose those 2 games. So I'm looking at how we lost, what we lost. I'm more concerned with. I was really disappointed how we played. We didn't shoot it well. That was a big thing. Our defense wasn't awful. It wasn't as good the second half. But we just didn't make a shot. And when you don't make a shot, those things happen as they did early in the year. So I went through with my team every game we lost the next day and how we lost them. Some at the free throw line, some with leads at the end. And I blame myself and my point guards for that. You should be able to finish games with the coach and the guards. And so it's disappointing, but it's I don't think that much less of my team. I don't think we can't accomplish some things. I think you keep digging yourself a hole and you got to dig your way out of it. If I knew why, I would fix it. But we practice not like a team that is giving up, and we're looking forward to moving forward. I cannot explain the last 2 games. I mean, I give Iowa a little more credit, and not that I don't give it to Ohio State. I just felt like, in Iowa we missed all those layups, and I kind of went through that on film and went 7 for 14 from the line, and you can't do those things. You just cannot do those things in Big Ten games.
Coach, 2 games you were supposed to win to a game nobody's expecting you to win. Is that helpful in some ways?
No, it's helpful. I mean, what I'm looking for, are we playing better? Are we playing as good as we can play? And we play as good as we can play and we don't win. I can live with some of that. I can't live with not playing very well and not winning. And so I was, disappointed is a good word for the media. My words are a little different. I like that. Probably. But it's all right. I'll go to you next. But I'm looking forward to every opportunity we have. We've had opportunities all year to, and sometimes we've come through. Our backs are against the wall. Baylor, we're at a 38-point lead or something. It's been hard to figure out, and I probably haven't done as good a job of pushing them through it because I'm trying to figure out a little bit how to do that. Yes.
I'm terrible sometimes, sorry. But Tyson, he's been having a few rough shooting nights, and he even said that this just hasn't been his month. What are you seeing from him? Is it fatigue, like season fatigue setting in, or what do you think is kind of going on?
Yeah, I've been a little disappointed. I've been more disappointed with his defense than his offense. He'll make shots. I mean, you can't get mad at a guy who's a shooter for missing shots. Him and Jaden made more shots tonight than he made in the last 2 games, including the warm-ups. I mean, he made everything he took tonight. So I'm not worried about that. I think it's affected his defense, and that's been concerning for me. So we're trying to talk to him about more, you've got to play both ends of the court. That's what you do. That's who you were. And I think he's lost a little bit on that, and I think that triggers his offense. And he's had a couple of bad games in a row for him. But he had a lot of good games in a row, too, and there's no reason he can't get back to that, Contrary to what people think, I didn't forget how to coach, and he didn't forget how to shoot. We just got to do it on a better level.
Do you feel like he's...
Players are more resilient than they are. Given that, where's the mental state of your team right now, do you think?
I think the mental state of my team is a lot better when I went through the 11 losses.
Really?
Yeah, I got a sheet upstairs I could show you a little bit of. When you go through it and you realize you're 3 up in this game, 3 up on this game, 3 up on this game, you go 7 for 17 from the line. Nobody tries to miss a free throw, but if you're playing a Big Ten game on the road, you're not going to be able to go 7 for 17 and win. So, I think mentally they are more resilient. I'm not as resilient. But what I've done over my career is that has driven me and maybe demanded and accountability and a will, and I'm figuring out how to do that this day and age, and I probably haven't done as good a job as I should, but I'm getting better at it.
Back to Tyson, is he 100? How close to 100% is he right now?
You know what? Ask him. I don't know. I mean, every time he goes down, he's grabbing his groin, and so I don't know. You know, I mean, I really don't. There's nothing I can do about it, so I just listen to the trainer and listen to him. Can you play or not play? But it's definitely been a somewhat of an issue. I mean, and he gets beat up too. You know, I mean, I'm sick of how he gets beat up, if I was to tell you the truth, and not get some calls. But he's gonna have to learn to deal with it, just the way it is.
How has Edie improved, and how's Purdue improved since the last time you saw him?
Well, it was a long time ago, you know, last time I saw him. And I think Edie's improved that he looks like he's lost weight or he's changed his body fat. I think he moves a lot better. He's got a 10.5 inch wingspan. When you watch him play, those arms are everywhere. They're like octopus arms. And he's done a great job. I think his motor's better than it was a year ago. Not that it was bad, but he seems so much more aggressive on the offensive end, rebounding the ball, not necessarily scoring the ball. His shot is similar to me, you know, good but similar. But his offensive rebounding to me, he's like he's on a mission, and I respect that. You know, I think he's better. I think the other guy that has really improved his game is Smith. I think he runs that team. I mean, he is the coach on the floor. He runs the team. He knows when to shoot. He knows when to pass. He's a phenomenal post passer. Now, I do got to admit, if I close my eyes and I threw the ball to Edie, the chances are 80% he's going to catch it. And so I understand that. But there's a stat that he has that I think typifies who he is. I think he's averaging 7.6 and 7 rebounds a game as maybe the smallest man on the floor. And that tells you a little bit about Smith. I think he's been phenomenal. I think he's the difference in their team last year, you know, when they struggled in the tournament. I think everybody said it was their guard play, and I think he's taken that over. So he's a great passer and a great rebounder, but a great general to run their team. The other guy that's probably improved the most is Gillis. He's shooting 48% from the three, and he has become a legitimate three-point shooter now. You think back 4 years ago, he was a postman. So I give them credit on that. They've changed their system a lot. They've run a lot more ball screens than they used to. Matt's done a good job with them. They guard pretty well, but they're plus, 12 or 13 rebounds. And you say, well, that's because of Edie. You know, I look at the biggest guy and the smallest guy have the most rebounds for their team.
Jones has helped him too, right?
Jones has helped him. He's definitely, can shoot it. He gives him another dimension. He's strong. He's a better defender than some of the guards they've had. So that helps them too. I just think those other two guys, and Edie is on the offensive boards has been unbelievable.
There's no great matchup for Edie.